That's everything.
Bumping and banging.
Big boy in the morning.
Boy!
All righty, man. We got Christina Milian up here.
Yes.
How are
baby.
you doing?
I'm good.
Let me tell you now, at one point, I was over 500 pounds. You remember those days?
I remember.
I knew I would walk into a room and I'd be like, hey, man, I'm the biggest person in here. You know what I'm saying? Just when I walk into a room. Do you ever walk into a room knowing you look better than everybody in there? Like, do you walk in
You know
with,
you
you know what I'm
do.
saying?
That's usually when you're with your girls and you feel like you look better than everybody. You're
But
like,
you have a
it's one of
crew,
them
man.
days you're all dressed right. You all have the right makeup. You're like, damn, we're
Now, are your
fly.
friends, are they
Ooh,
really
it's
your
been a long
friends or are
time.
they a little jealous of you? 'Cause
No, they're my
That's
real
crazy.
friends. Anybody, like all my girlfriends are my real
you know what?
friends.
And I'm going to tell you, man, Christina Milian, I enjoy seeing you.
Thank
But
you.
I always make sure, not always, but sometimes I'll say, yeah, you know, bring her in for an interview because I'm waiting for the day when you don't look as good. And then
Shut
when you
up.
leave, I'll be like,
I
oh,
don't
she was
look
off her.
right now.
You crazy as hell.
She follows the radio trend of all of us. Like, it's radio. No one's
Like,
paying attention.
I'm just gonna- like she walk in on her off days, and I'm like, damn, look
I
at
know you got cameras. We take pictures.
this.
I hope,
Man,
yeah.
but no, I ain't seen you on a bad day.
Well, thank
you know what I'm
you.
saying? Do you have a bad
I
day?
have bad days.
Really?
yes.
What's a bad day?
Like this morning when I woke up.
Yeah, I want to
right
see
before
that.
I put on that makeup and
Oh,
take
you
a
stop
shower.
that. No,
I
you
was
got
like,
a very
oh,
natural beauty. You have a
crusty.
very, very
Crusty.
natural. But you know what? You got to think, man. I don't think a man would kick you out for being crusty.
Nah,
You know what I'm
No.
saying? Oh, please. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Not
I'm
at
going to tell
all.
you straight up. You can smell like pure shit. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, Big, I want to break you off a little bit. I be like, all right, hold on. Hold on for a second.
Little toothpaste under my nose.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, oh, you know how my wife do me,
Little
huh?
toothpaste under my
Yeah, that's how my wife got to do me. Put toothpaste in the nostrils. So what's going on with you? There's so many slashes with
Oh
Christina
man, there
Milian.
are. This like these last couple of years, it's been such a crazy buildup.
Yeah.
But it's been fantastic. I mean, even in the last month alone, I mean, I shot 2 TV shows. I did a pilot with John Stamos.
Hello, what up,
So
John?
that was pretty awesome.
Grandpa.
Yeah, it's called Grandpa, and that's for Fox. I did a show called East Los High, which is for
Nice.
Hulu, and I
Saw
did like
that.
6 episodes of that.
Hey man, now the Hulu thing,
Uh-huh.
right? That's about to be that next get down. Huh?
It is, all of
because
that.
you know what was crazy? We were looking and like, oh, okay, we were looking at regular channels,
Uh-huh.
and then Netflix start popping and like you
Yep.
gotta really watch
Yep.
those
Yeah,
deals, man.
I know a lot of people that don't even use cable right now.
Yeah.
They're
No.
just sitting there on, Netflix, they're using Hulu, all of that. So it's like all that stuff is taking over. The internet, all that,
Yeah.
Amazon,
Yeah.
all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It's like a
and
whole.
you don't have to wait. Like usually, remember back in the days, also Christina,
Wait
where
every
you
week,
had to,
right?
yeah, oh, I gotta wait for
Watch
Thursday, and then you miss
commercials.
it. Yeah, or even with music, it was like, oh, I gotta be
Yes.
signed to such and such.
Uh-huh.
Now it's like, man, you don't have to be signed to nothing.
No, you don't have to be anything. You know what's crazy is I'm still signed. I'm signed to Young Money.
Hello.
But considering
really?
the
You don't say.
situation, yes.
Her lying ass.
Yeah.
You know how many
so
times I brought her
crazy.
through for the exclusive?
And
We'll talk about that later. We'll talk
I'm
about it
still
later.
gonna be. It's still gonna be same kind of answers. You
Oh,
know
oh,
that,
really
right?
though? Yeah, yeah,
maybe. But
yeah.
I'll talk to you though.
Okay, yeah, we'll see. All righty. Yeah.
Diddy. No. No, so, wait, what's I saying?
You
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about,
so
look,
I'm signed to Young Money.
he blow her mind. He blow her mind. She don't even, as soon as she start talking about like Young Money and everything, she like, oh my God. Hello. All right, you stick your tongue out again, I'm going to attack you. I'm going to say it right now. I'm saying it right now. I'm going to attack you. And we were just talking about my dude, Fuzzy. Fuzzy has the biggest
Fuzzy.
crush on her. And I'm telling you,
man.
man, it was so bad when he saw like the picture of you and Wayne holding hands, he tried to jump out this window over here. You almost had my
Yeah.
homie
Shut
do something
up.
to himself. You know what I'm saying?
But do you know how many pictures there are of me and Wayne holding hands? There's actually a couple. It's funny. This one is like, I guess it's been a couple months since anybody's seen pictures of us together.
Right.
So I guess it's a big deal. But I mean, we've had a lot of like different encounters that people have caught.
Does
This
that
one was,
trip
like, the
you
big
out
deal.
though? That it's a sign of the times now,
Uh-huh.
where it's like you can't walk with anyone. Like everybody's taking pictures,
Yeah.
paparazzi. I mean, for you and your boyfriend Lil Wayne,
Yeah.
don't you wish that you and your man Lil Wayne, like y'all could just have a little bit more privacy when
boy.
y'all step out?
I mean, we have a lot of privacy.
I heard
all
that.
the time.
So y'all gotta like, do you and Lil Wayne gotta more so hide?
Yeah.
Like, is it house dates?
Well, you
and-
know what? No, you know what? We don't really. Look at you getting me. You already. Okay. Anyways. You were okay. I mean,
Yeah,
anyways.
exactly.
So yeah. So I mean, with us, with Wayne, he's a super. Like honestly, he's not a public kind of guy.
Right.
He's
I
not a
kinda
public figure.
figured
If you
so.
look at
Yeah.
his Twitter, he tweets every now and then. He just started an Instagram. Like you don't really see him out much. He really is like studio, skate park, eat, studio.
Do you ever go
skate
to the
park,
skate park with him? You know how
perform-
like
all the
sometimes they
time.
say, like, we got to pick up one of his hobbies. Do you ever get out there and skate
Oh, I
too?
go. Well, I've tried. I've tried
Oh,
a couple
that's
times,
good.
but I go watch all the time.
What's date night for you and Lil Wayne? Talk about it.
I mean, if there's, you got me to admit to everything
Why you
now.
so fine? Why you with him?
You better stop because
Right.
he's the sweetest. I love him.
That's
Oh
dope.
shit!
Oh, that's the exclusive. Man, so you got a ring on your finger. Is that an engagement ring from
This
Lil
is not
Wayne, or
an
is that just a
engagement.
placeholder right now?
It was just a sweet little gift
From
It's
him?
a nice gesture.
That's nice, man.
That's
So you
very
said
nice.
right now you accidentally said that I love him.
I sure
So
did.
do you love Lil Wayne?
I just said it.
No, but I want to.
I do.
That's
Yes.
dope.
That's dope.
I do love him. He's a great.
Go ahead, now, man. You know what, man? This
Yeah.
is, I almost.
He
put the
goes,
camera
you're
down.
so
I'm
crazy.
crying
You like
over
Oprah over
You
here.
can put it back up. You can put it back up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oprah over here.
Yeah, just getting all of
Barbara
it, man.
Walters over here.
So where do y'all meet? Like, how did this come together? Because at first it's just business, right?
And
then you start to know
I've
the
actually
person.
known him for years.
I
I
hear
used
you.
to talk to him kind of on.
Like as a confidant.
Yeah, like when somebody gets your phone number and they write to you and you're just like, I was 18 years old and when we first kind of came into the game, he got my number somehow, but everybody would try to get my number. But I was
Yeah.
on the road all the
Didn't we?
time. But like just guys, you come into the game, guys are like, oh, who's the new girl?
Yeah.
So, but he got my number and I was on tour like overseas a lot. So to keep in touch with people, I would just be texting people. So it was just like he and I would text each other. I didn't, it was never a dating thing, but he was just really nice and I thought
Yeah,
he was
man.
funny.
When
But
was
then,
that
like,
oh hell
years-
moment where you were like, wait, I think I'm starting to feel this guy right here? Because my wife and I, we started off as friends.
Which is
That's
good.
what I love.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I guess you
Uh-huh.
wouldn't start off as husband and
No,
wife. You know,
no.
that'd be stupid as
Some
hell.
people do.
You know, but yeah, and I got to a point where I was like, oh man, like I'm really
I
starting
really
to
like
feel
this
her.
person.
Yeah,
That's what
and I
happened
even
with me.
noticed myself like getting off the phone with people. Like even my sister's like, oh, Veronica's calling. You know what I'm saying? And you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
enjoy it as a friend first. And
Yep.
and I'm pretty sure that when did that take that turn where it was like
sometime last year. It definitely was. I've known him for years, and I was around him a lot. We were working and everything, and I would just be around him. But between him and his friends, and me and my friends,
Right.
spent a lot of time in the studio just having fun, and that's what it was. Like I was just freedom. I had come out of a relationship. There's
Hello.
this freedom of like, just like everything just felt good, and so just being around each other, you start talking. He talks a lot. You'd be surprised. He talks a lot, and he's just really funny and charismatic. We're a day apart in our birthdays too, so we're very similar. We're both two immature adults that that love what we do and are passionate and focused on what we do, but at the same time, like family means a lot,
Right.
everything, and he's just a cool guy. Like getting to know him has been really special. That's what's brought us together.
that's beautiful, man. What's date night like? Can I go out with
Date
y'all?
night. I mean, if we go out somewhere, it's like go to dinner.
Are
maybe
you guys
the
still
movies.
hiding? Do you feel not hiding, but do you feel like
We don't purposely hide.
Okay.
He just he works around the clock.
let me do? And I don't mean to break, but can you
fine.
stop digging into your cleavage? And
I don't know why I keep doing
yeah,
that.
please don't do that.
Going like
Lil
this.
Wayne, you such a happy man. Gee, that's your cleavage, brother. That's your cleavage right there. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. He is such a. It seems like this dude just been having great things for years.
just
Hello,
kidding.
is he in there? You know what I'm
He's in
saying?
there.
She got a dread hanging from between her thighs. Y'all stick around your radio. We got Lil Wayne's lady, Christina
my
Milian
gosh,
up in. No,
you're
she got her own identity. We got Christina Milian up in
Yes.
here. Big boy in the morning, y'all. The reality show.
Yes.
They renewed
We
y'all
just
for a
picked
second
up
season.
a second season.
Hello. Is
Christina
it?
Milian
Congrats.
turned up all the way.
Is it?
They're not ready.
How was it like letting them into your house? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? And
man.
letting them into your not relationship, but yeah, relationship with family.
My
and-
family, everything. It's crazy. It was stressful at first. We were really stressed out. Having people in your house 24/7. You wake up to cameras, you go to bed to cameras, and basically you're like shooting scenes, but they're really real things that are happening in your life. Could be like stressful because you're trying to just keep it real, but at the same time you got producers being like, "Yo, so we just try this," and you're like, "No, that's not what I do. That's
I
not
heard
me."
that.
And at the end of the day, I want people to see me for who I am. But that's all time. In time, the producers get to know you. Like
Right,
they're just
right.
guessing, in the meantime. So, but it's all about saying yes at the right times and saying no when you're just not down with
People
it.
always say you forget that the cameras are there. Do you?
Eventually, you kind of like you when you're in the moment, you do, because like even if you watch the last 2 episodes of our show, me and my sister and my mom, we all got in this huge argument, and it just had to happen. It had to happen. Cameras or no cameras. My mom was like trying to stop me because the cameras were on, and I'm like, "Mom, this is real, and I'm not stopping this. This is happening right now. This is real life." So whatever with the cameras, we need to handle this right now.
I heard that.
So we handled it. And actually, the show brought us together. It made us closer because for a while there, we've been so close for so many years, but then we become independent. Then it's like everyone kind of like, when you scatter, they like look at each other and they just, I don't know, just start acting weird. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you don't want to hang out around me and blah, blah, blah. You want to be with your friend. You know what I mean? Everything gets weird for a second. But then the show really did bring us back together, get to know each other now as adults, becoming independent.
Is it better also to get family members like, man, we got a show now. You getting a check.
Heck yeah. I'm happy for them. Yes.
Man, I'm like, please, man.
You're so crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pitching mine right now.
I'm like carrying everyone.
Yeah, I'm like,
Give
man.
or take,
come
I
on.
have had many years of helping people, but it's nice to see everybody getting it on their own. I'm like, that makes me proud. That's why part of what I did is just like the opportunity to help family and feed their family, and we're all doing this together.
Just letting them in would be a mess for me. I'd do like it'd be like one episode.
That's
You know
it.
what I'm saying? As soon as it be
The
like,
end.
as soon as you hear
Finale.
my family members call me by my real name, like, hey, Kurt, I'll be like, man, this show is over. This show is over. You know what I'm saying? Watch Kurt tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, don't even come back from commercial. I just walk out on the set.
One of your best friends is Karrueche, and your past experiences in your relationships, how have you been able to help her through everything she's going through as a girlfriend?
Well, it's funny. It's funny. We did this interview recently, and everything came off all wrong, which kind of like got me upset. Yeah.
It wasn't with us, right?
No. It was it was this show called Ayanla.
Fix My Life?
Yeah.
But the thing was, that wasn't supposed to be Fix My Life. That was literally supposed to just be an interview about just Karrueche, her family, her
Did they
friends,
make
just
it a
to
Fix
get to
My
know
Life?
her. They made it a Fix Your Life.
Wow.
And that's what kind of got me upset because I felt like it was a big setup. They didn't even interview her family, her other friends. It was just myself, and it was really quick. But the thing is, our business between her and I, that's another situation. Like, I'm very protective of my friends, too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, when I feel like somebody's attacking and telling me my friend is not, what's wrong with your friend and blah, 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 like, we barely just said hello. Like, I'm not going to talk to you about my friend's life or what we talk about, blah, blah, blah. And you're not even like, there's no finesse here. Like, have some finesse about this conversation so I know that you actually care instead of just using us.
Hey, man, did you see how she did DMX?
Oh, I heard.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I heard.
Man, she had his son there, and
Yeah.
it was like, hello. She just jumped on him,
she
Jack.
did. She was going in.
Yeah.
Well, but for me, so that's the whole thing. Like, people trying to say like, oh, I'm not a good friend because my answers on the show. Because I was just like, well, I set myself apart from her relationships and all that stuff. I don't get in my friend's business, to be honest with you. I don't pry.
I get people that'll say, oh, well, can you make a comment about such and such? I'm like, man,
this is their
I
life.
have a radio show that reaches
Thank
millions of
you.
people. If I'm going to make a comment, I'm going to say it either in my place or I'm just going to say it to the person.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
I literally, and that's the same thing
And I'm
you're dealing
pretty
with
sure
Chris
with Karrueche,
Brown. You're doing with Karrueche.
You've had
like,
a lot
there's
of
a lot
nights and days where you talk to your friend.
Yes, when I'm talking to my friend, and it's us just talking about our own thing. I don't have to tell people like, oh, like how I'm gonna fix her, all that. No. At the end of the day, I'm not. No, none of us are perfect.
Oh, speak for yourself.
Okay, I'm not perfect.
I got this.
You are.
Really, you're not?
Come on, you're not perfect.
You're
What's
so
your flaw?
crazy.
What is your flaw? Like,
I don't
is there
know.
a visual flaw?
Yeah.
A visual flaw?
Yeah. Like,
I
do you have
mean-
like a toe that curl up on the other one? Or, you know what I'm saying? You got
I
cross
have
toes.
one pinky toe though.
You do? You have
Don't
one
look at
pinky
it,
toe?
Don't look at the pinky
But
toe.
you're wearing open toe shoes, so we looking at that. That's a lie.
It's covered by the little
Do
strap.
do you have that insecurity though? Is there one thing?
I mean, there's things. Yeah, there are things. It just depends on the
I'm
day.
looking at her hard trying
Every
to
girl,
find
you're
it.
trying to
What
figure
is
out
it?
stuff. It'll be something.
Well, you got one tooth that's bigger than all the other ones.
That's
true.
true.
No, I'm just playing. I just
Snaggletooth.
said I'm
I
trying
mean,
to
I just try not to pick on myself. There's
Is
days
it-
that you just kind of feel crappy, and then there's days that you feel good.
Okay, I'm looking for the days when I feel good.
That's
You know what I'm
today. You
saying?
look good.
Oh, hilarious. All
You look-
right,
no,
now
for
put
real,
your
you look
glasses on.
good.
What's happening, man? What's going on with your eyes?
You're so crazy.
No, you stop that. You stop. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
was
with
trying to
Karrueche,
find
I
that.
definitely like for her. Oh, you trying to
No,
find
go ahead.
flaws?
No, back to Karrueche.
No, she's my best friend, and we talk about stuff whenever we're ready to vent about something. Sometimes you don't really want to tell people things in the moment because you want to just deal with it yourself, and I respect that. So for me, I have enough experience that if she's wants to talk to me about something, I'll say something. If there is something that's kind of out there, then I'm like, okay, I'll tiptoe around it and find a nice way to talk about it. But at the end of the day, really, our relationship is more of an escape from what everybody else is talking about, from the TMZs and the people and all that stuff. Like, sometimes it's just like you just want to get away. You don't want to talk about anything. You just want to like sit down with your girl, chill. Let's watch TV. Let's eat. Like not do anything.
Like this is supposed to be my escape.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what our friendship
and
is.
when
to
you're
me.
ready, we'll talk.
Yeah,
you know
when we're ready, we'll talk.
I felt like I really appreciated you as a friend because I've had the girlfriends be there for me during like breakups and hard times, and I saw you don't get to see the inside, like you said, the conversations, but you guys were together and you were taking photos and you were like just supporting your girl. Like I'm gonna be here for you. Doesn't matter what we're gonna do.
Like whatever you decide in your life, this is your life, and you're gonna make the choices at the end of the day. But I'm always gonna be here for you. Even doing that interview, I was kind of sketchy about doing it, but at the end of the day, I was like, I don't want my friend to be alone in this. And I know she doesn't do interviews all the time like that. I'm like, no matter what, that's support, that's friendship, that's sisterhood, everything. So I showed up to, for the part, not the part, but
Looking
just to play my, role as a friend.
I heard that, man. Christina Milian is up in here, Big Boy in the morning, y'all.